Welcome to the Business Environment class. It's great to have you on board in this adventure in which you get to be an actor of change in a world that can be incredibly scary, but undeniably filled with opportunities to do business and to have impact. The premise of this class is fairly simple. It starts with the observation that you never make a decision in a vacuum. That politics, geopolitics, economics, society, culture, the environment, and technology are all forces that influence your business environment. You will definitely need to hedge against some of those forces. You may be able to surf on some of them as well. But ultimately, you need to account for them to better understand the business environment in which you are making a decision, in which you're developing a strategy. Because the more you understand that business environment, the better able you'll be at formulating the problem you're trying to solve. And the better able you are at formulating the problem you're trying to solve, the more conscious you'll be of the transformation you, your organization, or the actor you are advising will need to go through in order to reach that objective. This class is meant to empower you to design that transformation in a changing business environment. It is meant to help you reconsider yesterday's approaches, rethink business as usual, reinvent yourself and your business model to be in a better position to address the key business challenges of our time. In fact, in business environment, we are interested in these political, geopolitical, social, cultural, environmental, and technological forces, and the extent to which they may influence the success and the failure of businesses. In terms of tools, we'll use a lot of economics, and in particular, managerial economics, the branch of economics that is designed to inform the decisions of managers and executives like you. We'll also explore other fields, like political science, social issues, and technology, to complete our understanding of the stakes of the business environment. And throughout the class, strategic foresight, as Americans call it, or futures analysis in British English, or la prospective in French, will help us go beyond the headlines and think about how analyzing long-term prospects can help us go beyond apparent stalemates of the day. Ultimately, this class will help you adopt the posture of an agent of change by giving you prospects and ideas on how individuals can have an impact even in the scariest of business environments. To do that, we'll learn how to navigate, lead, and implement change in a complex business environment. We'll need to identify existing sources of value and create new sustainable ones in an ever-changing landscape. We'll look to develop our understanding of the competitive landscape, why and how businesses emerge and die every day. In particular, we'll think about how to lead in an ever-changing landscape by identifying business models that are obsolete or ripe for disruption and reinvent them meaningfully. This will help us negotiate in complex situations, adopt an empathetic posture in order to see the world through the eyes of other key stakeholders, and strategize accordingly. Ultimately, at the end of this class, you'll be able to meaningfully analyze your business environment and update your understanding of it. In order to do that, you'll need to develop a toolbox that lets you critically think about the reality and the implications of ongoing global transformations. This is what will allow you to act on that analysis by undertaking the transformation that this business environment demands, and ultimately define what type of change agent you are and you want to be. In fact, you'll need to complete a personal project to get credits for this class. You'll need to choose one actor, a person or an organization, and that may include you or the business you're working for, and develop a long-term strategy for that actor. A strategy that accounts for these global transformations and for the fact that this actor isn't making decisions in a vacuum. At each step of the way, and at the end of each module in particular, you'll need to address a specific question relying on class material about your actor and about its long-term strategy. And at the end of the class, you'll need to put everything together and deliver one consistent strategy that goes beyond daily tactics and that dives into long-term issues. More on this later. but start thinking about who you want to change. Next steps? We'll meet for an online webinar and discuss what it takes to adopt the posture of an agent of change and what current global transformations could mean for the future of your business environment. We'll also consider what could challenge business as usual and what type of surprising transformations some of you can expect or don't expect for that matter. Then, during the 3 days of classes, we'll explore how managerial economics and political science can help us better understand the business environment and reinvent models accordingly. We'll explore how the competitive landscape and other broader forces may constrain actors by defining what they can and cannot do. This will help us understand how we can transform businesses and rethink traditional approaches accordingly. After that, you'll participate in 4 online discussions in which we'll explore a topic that has been covered by the press but poorly, or that has been completely overlooked by the press. In these discussions, you'll be able to collect different points of views regarding a current event issue and compare and confront them, as well as amend your understanding of the business environment and your strategy accordingly. It will be time to wrap things up and submit your strategy for the actor you've adopted, just before you'll participate in a concluding game that will help you think critically about the reality and the implications of ongoing global transformations. By finalizing your strategy, you'll be able to define what type of change agent you are or you want to be, and what comes next as a result. I am really looking forward to this conversation.